Hello, this is Vinyl Rich here with vinyl video number 4. My last video I kind of went through 43 albums really quickly. Didn't really say too much about most of them. This one here I have fewer albums, so I'll be able to talk a little bit about each one, which is what I prefer to do. I don't like to just show an album and say, oh, I like it. These are albums I bought from my local record store, the Record Jungle. And I believe it's the first 4 albums I've bought, or might be 6 that I bought at Amoeba Records. Okay, first we're starting off with a LA hardcore band, It's Casual. This is a reissue. I believe this originally came out in 2002 or so. It's on, it's very thick vinyl. Limited to 500, and it's on this blue and black vinyl. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good record. It's just a 2-piece band, guitar player and a drummer. They don't sound anything like White Stripes though. Yeah, this is a good picture of the band right here. Next up is 3 12-inches I bought of Luscious Jackson. 2 of them are 12-inch singles from the album Natural Ingredients. This one is a City Song. Just a regular 12-inch. And the other one from that album is Deep Shag. I haven't heard either one of these two, so I can't really comment on them. The third one was a song that I did know by them. It's Naked Eye, and this came out on the album after those last 2. The next record here is a Warner Brothers comp. It's a promo. It's Attack of the Killer Bees. It's a pretty good record. 80s comp. It's got Marshall Crenshaw, the Ramones, Peter Gabriel, Gang of 4, T-Bone Burnett, The Time. They don't really fit in there, but they're a cool band. John Hyatt, Pretenders, The Blasters, Roxy Music, Talking Heads, and Laurie Anderson. Pretty much all good bands. Yeah, I mean, this is a good comp. The next record is Edgar Winter's White Trash, which is Edgar Winter's first solo album. This is a mixed bag. First song is really funky. I mean, it's real funky. The bass is turned up to 11. There's some other just kind of blues, rocky band songs. Some other just straight forward rock songs. Really, it's a horn, kind of a horn-based sound, which really isn't my thing, but it's got its moments. This album, I believe, is Dave Mason's second solo album, Headkeeper. I saw Dave Mason probably around 82, 83, around that, 72, 73. I think right after this album came out. The first side of this is studio, and nothing really stands out. It's typical 70s stuff. Some songs kind of sound like Stephen Stills. There's one that even has like slide guitar sound of George Harrison, and I mean, it's okay. The second side though is the live side, and it's really it's really a lot better. I like side 2 of this. Next album is Roseanne Cash. This is a 1981 album, and it's I saw her also in concert in the early 80s, 83 maybe. She was the opening act for Willie Nelson, and she was really, really good. So I was kind of glad to get this, but I'm kind of disappointed. It's a promo. There's the gold right there in the corner. It's a it's too well produced. I mean, overproduced for me. I kind of like my music a little raw, and this is not that. This definitely doesn't have the same sound as she did in concert. Same with this song. This is a '60s band, pop. They're really poppy. Gary Puck and the Union Gap, Young Girl. I really like the song Young Girl. The guy's got a really good voice, but it's a little too poppy for my liking. The next album, though, is a band I really, really liked as a kid, and I still like them. It's a Lovin' Spoonful, Everything Plain. This is a really good album. I think it's their 5th album if you count one of the soundtracks they did. I mean, it's got folky songs like Younger Generation, Boredom. Money's a really cool song. It's got banjo and it has even a typewriter doing kind of a percussion sound to it. Only Pretty, What a Pity, that's a really good song that is sung by the drummer, I believe. And there's 2 songs on here, 6 O'Clock and She Is Still a Mystery, which kind of have hints of Sight to it. It's good album. This is way more to my taste than the Union Gap. And the last one from, this is the last one from the Record Jungle. This is the Fifth Dimension, Up, Up and Away. This is another 60s. They're pretty poppy. They have a good sound. They have a, if you like the Mamas and the Papas, you'll like the Fifth Dimension. The Up, Up and Away, that was a hit. Go Where You Want to Go, that was a hit. Pattern People is a really cool song on there. They have a song on here, Misty Roses. I don't like it. It's kind of sappy. But some really good people on here. It's produced by Johnny Rivers. They even do his version of his song, Poor Side of Town. But Al Casey plays guitar and Eastern Sounds. And I believe Al Casey in the 70s played with Miles Davis. They got Jim Webb, plays keyboards and instruments. And it's arranged and conducted by Jim Webb. So it's a really good album. It's a little poppy, and they stick to their formula. There's no surprises here at all. Okay, now for the Amoeba record. The first one is Lord Buckley, Buckley's Best. This is a spoken word, live performances. He's kind of a weird character. He's kind of like a 50s beat generation type guy. It's got its moments. It's pretty funny. I mean, it's not something I'm going to go back and listen to very often. The next one is a blind buy. The band is Fucked Up. And one song is Year of the Pig. And the other song is The Black Hats. There we go. It doesn't come with a record sleeve. It comes with 2 cardboard things, and on the back of each one has the words to each song. The label is a very plain white label. It's just a plain white label. And the first song, Year of the Pig, it starts out as a piano bass kind of song, and has a female singer, and then the male singer in the band, he starts singing, and his voice doesn't really fit that song, in my opinion. The other side, what is it called again? The Black Hats. I kind of like that song better. It's the male singer, and it's a better song in my opinion. This sounds like a kind of like a 1980s post-punk band. I think it came out in 2007. This is a Procol Harum, Shine On Brightly. This is considered a very important work in prog rock. I believe it came out in 67 or maybe it's 68. Side 1 is it's piano driven Procol Harum. There's no really surprises there. This is the alternate cover. This is the cover that this is not the original cover that I know of, but this is the only cover that I ever remember seeing in the 70s. Side 2 is like a long, sweet, and I don't really care for it. It's kind of pretentious. It's kind of overdone, and it's not to my taste. This is a really good band, LA band from the 60s, the Electric Prunes, and this is Mass in F minor, is it? Yes. This album has its moments, but it's I don't know. To me, this is I mean, their first 2 albums are classic, especially their second one, Underground. I mean, it is great. The first one has Had Too Much to Dream Last Night. This one it's kind of a band taking themselves a little too seriously, in my opinion, and I don't know. It has moments, but I don't recommend it. You can listen to it online. This second to last, this is the last one I got at Amoeba. This is a great album, from the early 70s. Carlos Santana and Mahavishnu McLaughlin. Love, Devotion, Surrender. I mean, this is a great album. Great guitar playing on here. John McLaughlin is such a great guitar player. I guess it's kind of jazz fusion-y. And I guess that's the guy who they were devoted to, I don't know. But really good. I recommend this one highly. Then the last record I got this one on the internet, and it's made by our vinyl community buddy, Derek Higgins, Murphy. There we go. It's all electronic. I've only listened to it once, so I can't really give it a fair evaluation. It's on this really cool green and blue vinyl. Really cool record labels. It's got some songs that I liked right away, and it's got others that really didn't do much for me. I'm gonna have to listen to it again. I kind of prefer my music to have drums in it, an actual drummer. So that's one thing that kind of distracts from it for me. I mean, not all music has to have, but I prefer a drummer in a band. And with that record, he sent this magazine with his signature on there, which was pretty cool. It has an article about him. That's probably going to wrap it up for this one. Free agency time and football. What do you think, Speaker? All the moves that Philly's making? I'm kind of happy with the Jets. Their off-season moves so far. Is that we still have Geno or Fitzpatrick as our quarterback, and that's a big problem. That's it for me. Take care, guys and gals.